What's up, everybody? Again, Peponi me, not really the best host. I get it. Scott Jackson is the man. I miss you, Scott. I wish you could be here for every stream, but sometimes I have to take the responsibility. Whoever runs the streams today, it's again me that is doing the opener. So, welcome, everybody, for this very special occasion for an amazing project, never been done before in the world of beatboxing, with the hope for many more projects to come. I'm very, very privileged and happy to say that this is going to happen with Alex and Steve. Everybody make some noise. And if I'm Scott Jackson, I press the button and it would be like, but unfortunately we don't have this right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, this is something very interesting. And as we had already a stream yesterday where we introduced an amazing project. Want to give my greetings out to the Mad Twins out in Bali doing the Beatland battle. I want to say that these two fellas here at me in the call, they will join the Beatland battle probably too, so they will be there. So you should be there. I will be there. You should be there. But there's something even better when you are from Europe and you live in Europe, and yeah, you should not miss out on this opportunity. And this is again worth it a live stream. I think we need to explain this project better as well, and I can't wait to pass on the word. I want to just say a couple of things on my end. Alex and Steve from New Zealand reached me, and we had a couple of amazing conversations. And this project turned out their dream, and their dream is going to be realized this year. And it aligns again with my vision. There's a very similar thinking because I believe as much of a sensation beatbox is, we heard it yesterday, what the Man Twins said. I believe Alex and Steve have very similar thoughts to share. I know that already, but I want to hear it from their mouth what beatbox means and what it is. But for me, to see that somebody wants to do a tour and wants to travel all over Europe, and visit beatboxers to shoot content in many possible different directions, showing a certain lifestyle, doing vlogs, doing live streams, doing open mics, doing busking, doing music videos. Not music videos, doing just normal shout out videos. I'm sorry about that, guys. I know you would be able to do music videos too, but that's probably not on the list because it gets also too much. There's so much on the plate in order to help beatboxers. And one part of those contents goes on people's beatboxers platforms, but some of this content also goes on SBX. And maybe I can also just say, like, if this goes well, we ask you, if you're living in Europe, make sure you can deliver something to Alex and Steve, that you have a great collaboration. So listen carefully what they exactly will explain, because if this project turns out to be a success and we can present it to other people like investors, sponsors, then we can show them, look, this tour happened. Here is the content on Swissbeatbox. We could probably do this in every continent in the world. I want to say that Alex and Steve are old enough to travel around the world, but they're also still very youngsters when it comes to their energy. So they have the power, they have the capability, they have the skills for many, many beautiful things. And in my eyes, I clearly see, if everything goes well, as we spoke about it in the past, it is a game changer. And I like game changers. I like innovation because I know that beatboxing was a product, as it is an innovation, the way how everything started. And this is now a contribution towards the art form for the continent of Europe from two people, two amazing people from New Zealand. I know that Steve already works and lives in Finland. Alex is about to come over soon. And I'm very, very excited what this opportunity can give to so many beatboxers. And I'm very kindly ask you guys, Steve and Alex, to explain everything in the easiest way so everybody can understand it. And we also have a little bet on the table that by the time of GBB, Steve needs to shave his beard and Alex needs to do a haircut so the mullet is not there anymore. Obviously, if they don't do it, they buy me a beer. If they do it, I buy them a beer in Japan. That's the deal that we had when we agreed on. and and that's not fully true. I'm joking, but sometimes you are allowed to have some fun words. Obviously, everything's good. Nothing will happen, but in case somebody wants to do something to them, you can feel free to provoke and joke. That's what I'm saying. But I want to give you guys the word. Thank you so much for trying to collaborate with us, and I'm very much looking forward to what you have to explain today. Steve, take it away, please. Much love.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Give it up for Pony. Yo, my name's Crooksu, and I'm just going to give you a quick, brief introduction of who I am, how I got here, and yeah, how we made this all come about. So my name is Stephen Crooks, aka Crooksu, my beatbox name. I began beatboxing around 2017 through the influence of Napon and Kenny Urban at the GBB final, and I became obsessed with it instantly. I just wanted to do more and more. I was looking for people throughout New Zealand. There was nobody. I couldn't find anybody. Typical story from a New Zealand beatboxer, thinking they're the only one alongside King Homeboy. Shout out to the brother King Homeboy. So I started beatboxing. I found King Homeboy busking on the street. I just wanted to find more beatboxers to do things with, to beatbox with, and then I found the brother Jared Brown. Shout out to the bro Jared Brown, and we collaborated together to make New Zealand Beatbox happen and put on some events. And we've put on a couple of events over the years now. It's been maybe it's been like 5 years since we began New Zealand Beatbox. Was just really wanting to get out there and busk on the streets with all the bros, do little community meetups with each other so we can show each other our skills and get better. And the best way to get better at beatboxing is to do things like that. And then that morphed into more and more people being interested. So we thought, look, we've got the right amount of people here, so we can put on a New Zealand Beatbox Champs, which we did. Well, first there was King Homeboy put in 2017, put on a champs, and I came through to win that one. So I was super stoked about that. Been beatboxing for about 2 years. And then we moved on. A couple of years went by. We didn't have a champs. We organized another one, and I won that again. So that's just where I went with beatboxing. And then after that, I decided to take a bit of a move towards organizing, because there wasn't much happening. There's not much going on. So I really wanted to make things happen in the New Zealand beatbox scene. And this is where my brother Alex comes into the story. For me, he came along and he's got a lot of skills that I didn't have, and that's together we worked together really well, because he's got all these skills that I don't have, and I've got all these skills that he don't have, and we can just merge together perfectly. We hosted I think the best beatbox battle that New Zealand has ever seen. Even though we've had some solid people in the past, we brought the level up to sort of, I'd say, Swissbeatbox level with our post-production, with all this. And then I came over here to Finland, and Alex took the helm and took on the next champs. And then through all this time being overseas, just wanting to do more, me and Alex talking together, and we were really just manifesting this idea that we're about to present to you today. So it's been a beautiful journey to get here. Lots going on, lots of organizing, lots of just wanting to meet other beatboxers. So that's essentially the story for here. If you don't know me, now you do. My name's Crooksu. I'll give it away to my brother Alex.
Round of applause for Crooksu. Yeah, where do I begin? You know, I've always been passionate about music from a very young age, starting to play violin at the age of 4, going through and playing drums and picking beatbox up along the way. And it's always been something that's been part of my life. So I'm Alex Armstrong, aka Tiger Mane. You might see me on some of those videos that have been going around. I actually did want to start off on the stream. We made a mistake on the announcement video, and we feel very sorry. We realized that we highlighted Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, when we said UK. And we've taken great pride in our nation as New Zealanders, and I understand, brothers. So sorry about that one. But moving on, you know, we can't wait to meet you guys and catch up and maybe have a beer and a laugh over that. But
are you guys going to Ireland? Are you guys going to Ireland at all? Is it on the list?
It's on the cards, and that's probably a good little segue there as well. It's like we're developing out this list as we go along, guys. And we want to get input from you, listeners, the watchers. You know, who's interested to meet us? Is it the event organizers? Is it the beatboxers? You know, are you related to beatbox? Are you a guitarist, a musician, whatever? We're developing this trip around you. You know, so this is something that's very, very exciting for us. And you know, in particular, how I got to this position, just to explain a little bit more about myself, is you know, having that passion for music has always been there, but also having the passion for helping other people. I've really got a real motivation for motivating others and getting people to sort of be better in themselves. And I've found a route in music through production, providing free production to friends and other musicians. And I always knew that that was going to be inspiring to a musician, and having access to things like high quality videography, having access to things like high quality audio recording, and being able to put that together is something that I've found personally inspiring. That's something that I was provided when I was a little bit younger as well. And this is something that motivated me to do more and practice more and do more and collaborate more. So this is something that we really want to do to everyone. We want everyone to have that opportunity. We don't want any sort of financial barriers for people that can't get access to these things, because we know how powerful they are. And we can go into more of this a little bit later, but this is where it came through. This is where the work came. For example, Steve touched on the New Zealand Beatbox Champs. And this is where I got involved with New Zealand Beatbox, in particular, the New Zealand Beatbox community. I love my community. I can shout out all the brothers. I know there's a few in the live chat at the moment. Shout out to all you bros. And this is the progress. This is where we started moving forward, getting those skills, understanding how to collaborate, understanding how to do videography production, and then seeing that there's opportunities out there for everyone. You know, if you put yourself out there and you really start working, you can see what's going to happen. And we can't wait to share that message with everyone. Like, everyone can make anything they want happen. It's all about hard work, being a good person, and being willing to collaborate. Yeah. And this is where we are today, collaborating with like-minded people that are really, really focused on pushing a positive message, creating a feeling of family and love, togetherness. Sounds around so beatbox. Nice. That thing that we all connect on. We all love jamming down the street, you know. So I guess around me, that's pretty much what I can say, is that love beatboxing, love people, love inspiring, love being inspired.
Wow. And on top of that, I want to just say that also Alex and Steve are the organizer of the Oceania Beatbox Battle. That is a GBB qualifier. As you know, we're trying to have each continent should have a qualifier. I hope we can provide that. But we know that Oceania has one. It's ran by these guys, and the winner gets, maybe you can mention this as well. What are you providing for the champion that qualifies for GBB?
So the champion gets Mark II loop station RC505 and a $1,300 travel voucher towards their travel to GBB.
Whoa, nice, super nice. That is very generous, and thank you for what you're doing in your local area for the beatbox community. I hope this project runs well, and I'm excited to see the outcome. Where are we standing right now in the competition?
So we're moving
top 8.
Yeah, so we've actually got through most of the battle rounds. We're up to the finals and the third place battles, but because the way that we're designing this production, it's sort of in the background, and it'll be released within the month, I would say. You'll start seeing some really cool videos of some really cool sort of interfaces and software and a new way of doing battles, which we're really excited to show everyone.
Beautiful. All right, back to the topic. Thank you, guys, and yeah, take it away. Where are we? What do you want to say? What do you want to share?
All right, so I could take it from here.
From all ears.
Alex and I will bounce back and forward from each other through this. When there's, I'll give maybe Alex some time if I think maybe he'll have something to say, and back and forth. So just to touch on what we just sort of talked before, a lot of people have been asking where we're going to be going and when you're going to be getting a response from the Google forms that you may have already filled in. So we're currently in the process of sorting out where we're going to go and what we're going to do. We should have a list of the approximate places where we're going to be going within the next few weeks. So it's not fully set in stone at the moment, but we can let you know that as this process goes on, we will be talking with community organizers. So if there's any community organizers watching, please reach out to us. Reach out to me or Alex on Crooksu or Tiger Main Instagram. Also Crooksu Facebook. If you don't have an Instagram account, you can message me on Facebook, and we can start a dialogue about where we're going to be going and what we're doing. But so where we can begin is that we're most definitely going to be beginning in the UK. It's right nearby me. I'm in Finland at the moment. So we're going to start this whole trip off in the UK. So we're currently in talks. Paponi, you were saying that?
Maybe Ireland too, right?
Yes, maybe Ireland as
Okay.
well, if we can fit it into our schedule. Another
All right.
important thing to say alongside our schedule is I don't know how many countries there are in Europe, but we've got approximately a 3-month trip, and there's upwards of 30 countries to go to. So if we would go to 30 countries, we're going to have like 2 days in each place. So unfortunately, just out to everybody who's watching right now, unfortunately, there's going to be many countries that we're not going to be able to come to, and we apologize in advance for that, because we want everybody to gain the opportunity to have the free production, to have these awesome videos that Alex was just previously talking about. We want everybody to be a part of it, but what it's going to come down to is the places we're going to be able to visit are most likely going to be the places as we go through these Google Drives over the next few months. It could possibly take a while because we've already got 200 people in the Google Drives filled out the form. So it is going to take us a long time to reply to those. So please bear with us, and we will eventually get back to you. And I also, on the Google Drive, there's a lot of people that are signing up on this Google Drive that are from all around the world. And again, we would love to come to your countries, to India, to all the Asian countries, to the US, to New Zealand, Australia. We want to come here. We will come there eventually, but this time around, it's going to be the countries who we get the most responses from, and it's likely also going to be only the capital city, or possibly another city if there's other beatboxers, if there's a condensed amount of beatboxers throughout different countries or different cities in singular countries. So yeah, just a announcement there is that we're not going to be able to make it to everybody's countries, and we will, over time, we will have a set in stone list as we're, so again, shouting out to all the community organizers. We're in talks with all the people that we think and know already, but there may be people out there that are organizing events, and we would love to organize events with you in your countries to come and meet up with you and see your beatbox communities and help everybody level up and give inspiration to everybody. And we will be back to do some more in the future for those of you that we don't get to see. So Alex, if you've got anything to say about our current timeline, please now.
I think you pretty much covered it off, bro. But there's obviously some dates that we are going to hit. We're going to be in certain countries at certain times. For example, the World Champs, Focal Total. I think you've mentioned some battles that are going to be in UK, Steve, and there's also some other dates that'll be popping up around Europe that are related to those beatbox events that we really want to hit. We want to touch on because we know it's going to be a lot of beatboxers in one place is where we want to be. But in terms of what Steve said as well, it's like we are on a time frame which is about 3 months, and we do want to see everyone. But you know, this is the first season of many, and no doubt we'll get to catch up with you guys. It'll be great. So I guess you pretty much covered it off regarding that, bro.
Yeah, so on that same thing, you just jogged my memory a little bit. So I just went through quite a lot of information quite quickly, so I'll slow it down a little bit. So like I said, we're going to be starting in the UK, and our current contacts in the UK are the Scottish beatbox scene, which is my brother Al. We've been talking to Al. Hopefully we can get more of a dialogue going on so we can organize. I know there's some open mics in Glasgow, possibly Edinburgh. So for all the Scottish beatboxers that might be listening, we're going to have a date soon that we can let you know. I'm also in the Scottish beatbox chat, so if anybody has any questions in there, just fire it away. We can get something going. We can do some open mics. We can busk on the street. We'd love to busk on the street with you guys and try and make some money for you guys in your community. And maybe if you're not used to busking, if you haven't done that before, it'll be a good way to get that exposure, to begin doing that and not be so scared to get out on the street. So Scotland, Edinburgh, it's most likely going to be Edinburgh or Glasgow. And then as we move down, we will be going through the north of England. We are most likely going to catch up with our friend that you might know, Base Ventura, and it's yet to be organized yet, but we'd love to do some work with the bro. And then we haven't got anything planned, but as we come down, we're going to be in Birmingham. And shout out to all the bros that are setting up this battle. a couple off my top of my head, Sam Harvey and TMY and
Sam
a few
Harvey.
other people. These guys setting up the Vision Beatbox battles, which we're hoping to get along there to cover this event. Yes, we're planning.
There's a tag team in Japan called Sam Harvey. It's so funny. And then
Shout
it's a
out to the bro,
beatboxer.
Sam Harvey.
Yeah.
He's got a
Etoman and Rio. Etoman and Rio have a tag team name called Sam Harvey. It's
Sam
dedicated to Sam Harvey.
Sam Harvey, the Don. He was
Yeah.
actually in Finland here a few months ago
Nice.
and stayed at my
Cool.
place. So Sam Harvey's the
Nice.
traveled man. And now he's
Cool,
setting up
cool.
helping the English scene set up this beatbox battle. So yeah, Vision Beatbox Battles. I can't remember the exact date of that, but it's going to be around mid-July. So that's towards the beginning of our trip. And maybe the Scottish scene will be before or after that, depending on the time. And then we will be heading down towards London. So that's our approximate. Well, we were going to go towards Wales as well. But again, we haven't had any communications with anybody in Wales as of yet. So we can go for the Irish community. Well, if there's two Irish communities in the Republic of Ireland and the just if any UK organizers, please message us because we do have some contacts with the people in the UK, and we've been already trying to organize something with them. So, Alex, have you anything to say about the UK?
No, I think like the main thing is that it's early days. Like, what's it now? It's just we're coming into April. We've got 3 more months or so before we're going to Europe. So this will develop and change. And it's going to be based off who wants to see us, really. Like that's going to have the biggest bearing. If there's the Irish guys are shouting out for us, we'll end up going to Ireland. If it's the guys in Birmingham that are shouting out, we're going to go there. Same with the guys in Glasgow or wherever. We're really building our list based off the people that want to see us. So that will change. It will develop over the next 3 months. That's all I've really got to say about that.
Yeah, and on that fact as well, just as Alex said, it's really up to you guys as well. We're putting this together and we really want to help. We want to do these things, but please don't just expect us to come to your country, because without having the communications with people in the country and you guys messaging us and us reaching out to people who we would like to make some videos with, we won't be able to come around to your country if we don't know there's anybody there. So that's all the more reason why you should sign the form, or just even directly message us on Facebook or Instagram. The handle should be in the description. If you directly message us, that can almost make, if you've got a community there or you just really have a good idea that you'd like to present to us, and then we can talk about how it'll fit into our time schedule and we can make it work with you guys. So you're just putting an emphasis on you guys reaching out as well, because this is also another reason how we made this happen. As me and Alex, we were really talking about what we wanted to do and things we wanted to achieve and how we were going to make them happen, and we were just talking about them all the time and then reaching out to all the necessary people in order to make it happen. And now this is where we do hand it over to you guys in the community. We want you guys to reach out so you can do things with us, and we're just giving you that opportunity to do so. So please message us. Yes, Paponi.
I see in the chat, Contrix just wrote that Roland has a track record to sponsor buskers equipment. Might be worth reaching out, guys. So thank you, Contrix, for the advice. You should definitely look into this, homies.
Yes,
thank you, Contrix. Many greetings to you. It's been a while. Haven't seen you, man.
Brother.
Thanks, bro. I think it's like a good segue, talking about people reaching out to us, because we want to provide something to the community as well. We don't want to just turn up with a camera and make our own videos. We really want to go there and provide something for you and your platforms. And part of this trip, I think what we all join forces on mentally is that we want to be promoting these artists, platforming all of you guys. So what we want to do is provide you with videos and videography and production for your own platforms that you can upload to your own YouTube channels. And this is sort of like the basis of the trip. We want you to reach out, if you feel like you've got a couple routines that are really at that point, we will be the ones that help it take it to another level for your own platforms, for your own YouTube channels. And there's also discussion around our own platforms, Swiss Beatbox. We think that's a great sort of union, because I think the best thing that you can do is utilize Swiss Beatbox to divert traffic to your own channel. We want to work hand in hand to grow each other's channels, and particularly grow your channels as you get and start to establish yourself. And I think Poponi, you could even elaborate on that more as well. Like we want to give back.
Yeah. I mean, it's also the purpose of SBX in the end. You know, we want to see people become bigger than our platform ourselves. That's like the main goal, I think. But there's obviously much to say on that topic. To just touch base on what you just said, I love the way of how we can build bridges and collaborate on it, you know. So obviously use it to grow your own platform, or if you ever never had a platform for yourself, it's time to start one, you know, and just use what we can do, what Steve and Alex's works will be, to leverage it to your platform using SBX, uploading a video on your channel, uploading one on our channel, make our channel advertise your platform, and send people over there seeing there's more good high quality content. That speaks to me in logic that this makes sense to do. If the work can be done, obviously it is a lot of work, but I feel like there is a win-win situation for everybody in this. And again, I think also for the New Zealand boys here, I think it would be just nice to then have a big list and show like the consistency through those 3 months of traveling up till GBB, right? And just be able to get sponsorships for the future. I have a feeling this is something that we really can do in other areas in the world as well. And I mean, like literally everywhere where there are people with beatbox communities. So it's all a thing that goes hand in hand, I believe. And this is what beatbox is. Like, we're connecting, we're people. And that's why I really appreciate the efforts to bring this kind of positivity into the European continent. It means a lot that you guys are doing that. And I know this is a very big project and it's a first time thing, but I wish you good luck. And yeah, may the beatbox world be connected and may everybody leave good looking.
For sure, for sure. And just touching on the production as well, photography. So we know a big part about promoting yourself on social media platforms is having some good photography. And that's part of it as well, obviously free for you guys. So take a hold of that opportunity, because we really want to help. It comes from a good place, and we want to foster these relationships with you guys moving forward. So it's a good opportunity, and it's a good way for us to meet you and you to meet us. And I think it's overall pretty positive. You got anything to say on that, Steve?
Yeah, I'll just double down a little bit on the side of having the opportunity to do a Swiss Beatbox shout out, as well as having promotion, well, content for your own platforms as well. We've had people asking a couple of the questions on the Instagram comments and abouts and the live stream maybe as well. You will have personal rights to the content that is posted on your page, and as it goes with Swiss Beatbox, it's all about giving your stuff to Swiss Beatbox so you can get that promotion, so Swiss Beatbox can promote you, and it's a hand-in-hand thing. We want to promote each other. It's a family community where, so for example, Swiss Beatbox is helping us promote ourselves to help you promote yourselves. It's all just it's a feedback loop where Poponi's helping us to make this happen, and then we're helping you to make things happen for yourselves, and to get that. It's a dream for everyone, you know. I always wanted to be on Swiss Beatbox, and when I got that, it was a dream come true. I had a Swiss Beatbox shout out, and I know that there's many people that would love to have Swiss Beatbox shout outs, but now there's just that extra thing where you're going to be able to get a video for yourself as well. So this is an opportunity that if I was in your shoes, I would be messaging us straight away. I'd be like, yo, come to my country.
Message them, guys.
I really want to film a shout out. I've got some sick beats for you, and we can make it happen. So please message us. Please send a message through. We want to help you, and we want to showcase all of your guys' skills. And this in turn gives you the opportunity to, as we just touched on before, to Swiss Beatbox will promote your page with all your handles, and then you can post the video that we made with you, and then you can continue to do that. Maybe we can help you gain some knowledge that maybe you didn't have before and inspire you to do new things on your page, and we can all bring each other up, and we can all gain those follows in order to lead you towards the path of making beatbox your career, if that is your choice, if that's what you would like to do. And this is something that I think has has been a bit of a problem in the beatbox community. Is a lot of people don't really know what to do. They don't know how to make money with beatboxing. And I think this is a little segue into our next thing. I'm just going to mention all the things that we could do with you guys in your community if you're going to send us a message to come to your country. As we've mentioned previously, there's a chance to do a Swissbeatbox shout out. Then there's a chance to make a personal video with your favorite routine or however you want to do that. We're also going to be vlogging these experiences to show the love that the beatbox community brings. Because I don't know about you guys, but every time I'm hanging around beatboxers, it's always beautiful. And sometimes it's like when you're at a battle environment, it's almost like, oh, but we just want to just jam. It's like the jams before and after the battles probably the most exciting part about it. So just being with beatboxers is amazing. So we want to capture that through vlogs, through podcasts, through people who, as you can tell, Alex and I and Paponi, we're all very passionate about beatboxing. We love to talk about it. We love to think about new ways to do things. So if you, this is another way you can message us. If you have a really passionate mindset about it and you have things you want to say and you want to let people know, we're also going to be doing podcasts. So we'll touch a little bit more on that. So community meetups is something that's definitely going to happen. We want to vlog those experiences. We want to show the community, show the world what a beatbox community is like, because it's sort of missing from the internet. So if we can get this vlogging out and show what it's just like to hang out, like, so we can have a video and it's like, oh, if you feel like you're just hanging out with us, we're just beatboxing, practicing some sounds, showing each other our routines.
Yeah.
And on the other side of things, other than just a community meetup, we want to do busking, like I touched on earlier. Go out to the street and busk and show you how you can almost MC yourself to attract people, not just be beatboxing. We want to teach you how to get out there and really talk about yourself and gain the attraction of people, get people's eyes and be like, oh, what's he saying? And then go into your beats and then move into the next part, and then all just how to perform and be a better performer. And that goes on to warm open mics. We want to go to open mics as well, because that's something me and Alex have loved to do. I post an open mic here every now and then, and I put on some beatbox events where anybody can come up, and it's just all about encouraging people to get up. So these are the things we're going to do. We'll touch more on these subjects, but yeah, if you feel passionate and you want to talk, we would love to sit down with you and explain it, hear your story. You tell us how you got to where you are. What have you done in your beatbox community? What do you want to do in the beatbox community? And who do you have to help you? Put everyone on, make shout out to everyone. And on that note right now, just so I explained earlier how I got to this point, but to begin with, the bro Jared Brown, Rare, aka Rare, he was the first person I saw him on D-Lo's live stream. D-Lo was in New Zealand about 4 or 5 years ago. And then I was watching D-Lo's live streams, and then up to this little kid, and he's like, oh, follow Rare, he's from New Zealand. And I was like, what? Just messaged him straight away. And then there's all the bros, there's K-Lad, there's Riso. These are some of the people I was first beatboxing with. Lockie from Australia, Ripe from Australia. These guys were all jamming on Discord, and if all these guys now too, we're all coming up. These guys are all in the Oceania Beatbox Champs. So shout out to everybody in New Zealand. Shout out to all the new up and comers in New Zealand. You guys are smashing it. Like, you got all these new skills. Ollie Lee, shout out to Ollie Lee and Kitsune, previous New Zealand champs. And then we got Mercadium and EJ. Shout out to everyone. You guys are the mantis. And without you guys, we couldn't have put the events on for you. So again, like, it's come into that feedback loop. Alex and I are just doing things for people because it always comes back around. It's just amazing to see the response from people when you put on an event for them, and how grateful they are for the event, and then how grateful we are in turn for them being grateful. It's just a gratefulness loop. We just want to teach people gratefulness and show people what gratefulness does for you. It just makes you happy. It makes you a better person, and it makes everything around you better. So big up to everybody. We love you, and we can't wait to make more more of these relationships with you guys all through the countries we will be visiting in Europe. So I'll pass it to you, Alex, if you want to maybe talk a little bit more about vlogs.
Yeah, bro. Even just going into depth from all the stuff that you've said a little bit more as well. And I think touching on the busking and the open mics and the vlogs, those things kind of mix together. Me and Steve have made some challenges for ourselves because we're probably going to be traveling around in an RV, which can be a bit of a stressful lifestyle when you're traveling constantly. And some of the things that we've agreed upon is every single day that it's sunny and we're going to go busking. Every single open mic that we see during our trip, we'll go do a set. And we also want to be running every day, meditating and living a healthy lifestyle. And this is something that we kind of want the viewers to get involved with as well. We kind of want to have that movement moving forward. Everyone's sharing their music, their beats, and being healthy. And that's going to be part of the vlogs. You know, the vlogs going to be focused on the people that are in the communities. You know, some of the stars that we'll meet on the way, we really want people to actually step in and take more of like a hosting sort of position on these videos as well. So it's not just our faces that are in the videos the whole time. We want to feature beatboxers in each area. And we really want, you know, to let people know what you guys are about, you know, and that comes to the podcast as well. The podcast is really getting to understand who these people are that we're talking to and their thoughts about music and life and beatboxing and that sort of stuff. And then when we do these open mics and when we do these busking sessions, this is a great opportunity for all these communities to come together. And just touching on what the bro Steve said as well, like the beatboxing community is amazing, you know, like personally, like some of my best, pretty much the majority of my best mates in New Zealand are all beatboxers, you know, like just like Kiva, Seismic, you know, Bo Munga, Jared, all these lads. I'm sorry if I'm missing any of you guys, but like beatboxing is a really great way to like connect with people, like-minded people. So this is what we're trying to do with everyone, you know, bring everyone together. And that's what all this content is kind of really going to focus around is beatboxing, positivity, and, you know, community as well. So I can't really think about like too much more besides that, but like open mics and busking, we're going to be like doing this live. So we'll be, you know, if you follow our Instagram, you'll see what cities we're in. We'll be posting where we're going to busk. We'll be doing maybe pin drops on our stories. So you can actually find out where we are in real time and come meet us. If you just want to dot in, even if you're not even a beatboxer, if you just want to be a part of this and just come and join, we really want this big vibe moving around Europe, this big positive dope experience, this project. That's what it's about. And then, like I said, when it comes to busking and open mics, we really think this is a good place for community meetups. You know, we want everyone out there busking and jamming and us creating this mad vibe for all of these pedestrians and people walking past. So I guess that's like the depth that I wanted to go into on that basically. But vlogs, we're very open to different ideas. I know Bass Ventura was talking to me the other day about a cooking show or some shit like that. And like that would be dope, you know, anything. We just love the personalities and we love to hang around people and we want to make content with all you guys. So yeah. Is there anything else you can think of, Steve, bro?
Yeah, I've got a few things, and it's just one thing we haven't really added on right now is with all these community meetups and busking and the vlogs and videos. Say there's going to be personal solo shout out videos, whether you're a loop station artist, a solo artist, or a tag team. We'd love to make videos with you guys. And then also another section that we're going to do is what we would love to do, if you guys are interested, would be to have a circle jam per city or country that we're going into. So we can do a quick circle jam. So you just say you'd go. Next person, and we do a whole.
We have noise cancellation. You have noise cancellation, so we can't hear your beatbox, unfortunately.
It's all good. But say you just do 2 bars, and then we switch to the next person. Then we keep going. We keep going. We want to see if we have a meetup of 20 people, we can have a whole 20 people's quick circle jam. That's about a 5-minute video. So we'd love to do that too. Get you people to come out of your shells and show us your skills, and that's what it's all about. Really, is just sharing the skills that we've created with each other. So that's another thing that's going to be a part of all of these vlogs and everything. And I do have another thing that maybe we didn't even think about this. We haven't written this down, but I actually don't know if I should talk about this. So I'm not going to say anything right now, but we'll move on. It's an exciting thing that you guys will, I think it'll be a piece of content that you will click on as soon as you see it. But we'll talk about this a little bit more behind the scenes before we bring it into the public eye. But yeah, so just on all of this, if you want to be part of any of these things that we've just mentioned, please send us a message on Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing for us to make these things happen, because in order for us to really make things happen, we need a reciprocal energy on the other side. So we've got all this energy, we want to do all these things. We need somebody to do the same thing with us to really this is where the best things will come from, is if you have a really good idea, or you're just super passionate about beatboxing and you want to talk, or you just want to beatbox, just want to do a beatbox shout out. So I can't stress enough how you need to message us. You just need to message us and we'll make things happen, and it'll be an amazing experience, that's for sure.
Speaking of that,
Sounds very
into
wholesome, everything I hear. You offer almost too much, I would say. Sorry for cutting you off, Alex. But amazing opportunities for sure. I'm very grateful and happy to hear that. This is just the positivity that I feel like a lot of people might need in their life, to meet up with people like you. I feel like, just from what I hear you both when you're talking, it's not only just like about the experience itself, but it's really like creating the inspiration and motivation, which is part of our slogan at SBX. We are here to inspire and motivate everybody, and that's really coming. I can feel you will also have a lot of great conversations with people, motivating them to continue what they're doing. I'm just hearing you speaking. It feels good.
Yeah, it's going to be a good thing. I think it's just going to be overall positive for everyone involved, That's what we want.
Nice. Sorry, Alex, I cut you off.
No, I think there's a bit of dead space there. I don't know if I've got actually much more else that we can say. Steve's really highlighted a really important thing, is just follow us, send us messages, or go fill out the form. Like, that's the most important thing, because
explain maybe what are your plans after leaving London or Birmingham or Brighton. What I don't remember what it was, but you obviously come to the mainland of Europe, and there maybe you can just speak a little bit about a few places that you plan out to go to.
Yeah, sure. I'll just bring up that on the drive. So we do have some other countries who've like drawn a loose sort of program of like the places that we will be going. And these kind of starting in places like, I think we're beginning to start in France. There's obviously Germany there, and Austria are two important places that we need to get to as well. And then looking at Portugal, Romania, Bulgaria is one, Czech, Slovakia. Scandinavian countries are a must as well for us, obviously, because Steve's got his homestead now in Helsinki, and he's got a good crew there and some good events, and so that's definitely going to be on the list. And that's like way up northeast in Scandinavia, so we'll be going through Sweden, etc., and Denmark and the Netherlands. And I'm just trying to find this project. I should have this up already. Here we go.
And I'm pretty sure there will be Bali as well, and then Japan at GBB. You will be active too, and feel free to talk about Bali and GBB as well. What will be your involvement, or what are we're in the plannings, in the makings of like things to be realized. I can maybe touch base on that a little bit when it comes to GBB, but I want to let you finish first before we come to that topic.
Yeah, sure. Let me just run through some of the stuff. So some of the lists that we do have now, like from the top, is Scotland, England, Wales, Ireland, Spain, Portugal, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Romania, Bulgaria, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Hungary, Czech Republic. And these are just a guideline. Like, I can't stress enough how much we're really structuring this trip around the people that are applying. So the more that apply from each country, the more likely we're going to come to your country. So if you wanted to touch on the GBB stuff, Andreas, go ahead.
Yeah, at Grand Beatbox Battle, we will have, obviously, as we always do, the pre-productions. We're going to make some changes this year, and we will not do all the things that we have done in the past usually. We're going to keep things very simple, but we're going to have Alex and Steve on board, and we're still like in first of all defining what exactly we can do, but we have like obviously an amazing crew at hand. Probably our team will join them. Part of our team will join to help out. But we will have people like Steve and Alex walking around GBB doing what they're doing already in Europe. But obviously, we will have conversations and podcasts maybe every day. I'm not sure what's going to happen yet, but like we will have interviews happening, we'll have other things happening. We are crafting those ideas at the moment as well, and I feel that could be very exciting as well, as this is going to be part of the ending of the tour, basically. Steve, if you want to share some of your thoughts on this, or
Yes.
what is it that you excites about GBB and your involvement there?
Okay, yeah. So I got a few things to say about this. It was actually the thing I was previously just wanted to talk about, but we never mentioned it before this call. But here we are. We can now talk. So the exciting things I was going to mention was along this trip. Obviously, we're traveling around Europe, and there's going to be people who will be competing in GBB this year. We've got the GBB results coming out very soon. So all of you who are in the GBB getting these top 11 wildcards, we'd love to collaborate with you too, because what we want to do is it's alongside these sort of vlogs and interviews. We're going to be looking to do sort of some pre-GBB interviews and maybe like a day in a life with some people. What has inspired these people to get to GBB, and what has it really taken? What the determination? We want to know the source of your determination. Why are you determined to do this? Who were the people that made you want to do this? And so on. So I've talked to a few people already. I've talked to our friend Footbox G. I've reached out to a few people. Maybe we'll get some interviews with some of the crews, and we're going to have some personable questions about these people. We've got some relationships with these people already. I've known some of them for a few years, so I believe we can do some really nice interviews and really get the knowledge out of people. Why are they doing this? What's going on? And then I also know, as a fan of beatboxing myself, this is something I've always wanted to see as well. You've seen little snippets of it here and there. You see some people talking about things, but we really want to get, for those of the people who are qualified for GBB that are in Europe, we really want to make some exciting things happen. I've also briefly talked with Mom, with Slizzer, Georgie, and Aeon. We're gonna hopefully do some cool content for you guys with them as well. So yeah. leading on to GBB, this as Paponi's just said, there's not really, it's not really set in stone what we will be doing at GBB. Maybe doing some interviews, maybe some pre-battle interviews or post-battle interviews, or just some crowd interviews. What's going on in the crowd? How are you enjoying the event? What's going on? Maybe even little circle jams here and there through little vlog style videos. But as this trip goes on, the ideas will compile up. We'll have more and more ideas come to light, and it's all, at the end of the day, it's really just to showcase what the beatbox community is, what's going on. Because we've always had these nice shout outs from people, and we see the sick battles, but Alex and I have just seen there's something, we're here where we could make a whole nother interesting look behind the scenes. We want to know the people as well. It's not just about beatboxing. Like, sure, we're all together and talking with each other because of beatboxing, but there's a lot more than just beatboxing that goes into this. There's a whole person behind the beats, right? It's not just the beats. There's a whole person behind the beats, and we want to get to know you, and we want to showcase you, because everybody is all super lovable people. Everybody, I've been to GBB, I've been to the World Champs. We will be at the World Champs again this year, and GBB. All of these experiences have been some of the warmest moments of my life, meeting these people. And it's like, you see, it's like, oh, it's like Alexino and Alem. It's like, oh, it's like seeing Tom Cruise or something, you know? It's like these dudes, but then you're there hanging out with them face to face, and it's just a person that's done a lot of work to get good at this thing, and they have a passion and dedication. So I've seen that dedication, and now we'd love to showcase it to you guys as well, because there's a lot of people out there that won't be able to come to these meetups. Maybe you live somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and I hope one day that you people will get to experience these things. I know some people go their whole life just watching Swissbeatbox, and they don't have anybody around them. They're not even super comfortable with beatboxing, so they just don't tell anybody they beatbox. But you watch it and you're interested, So for you guys especially out there at home, not being able to be in the reach of going to any beatbox things or meetups or even be a part of this, we want to create the things for you so you can watch these things, and then we hope that would inspire you to come out of your shell, to show the beatboxing, because maybe you have a lot of skills, but you still are worried about it, but self-conscious. We want to help people show their true selves. We want to shine through, as Alex was saying before, about all this health and mindfulness. We're super healthy and mindful people to an extent. We've all got our things. We may eat some chocolates now and then, but we just want to be the best us. We want to be the best that we can be, and we want you to be the best that you can be as well. We want to take you out of that low vibration of being scared and anxious and worried and feeling like you're not good enough because you're all sick. Even if you can only do 3 sounds, if you can everyone can keep a beat. So that's what you got to do. Let's just inspire each other. But yeah, Alex,
And
if you
just
have anything to say about GBB?
oh, bro, like I think one thing about the catching up with some of these GBB competitors prior to GBB is like I've always been so fascinated to know what makes a top level world class beatboxer. What actually goes into it? How are they structuring their practice? Is it just jamming? How many hours are they putting in a day? Because we all know, everyone who's here that's a beatboxer knows there's just levels and levels and levels and levels. I've got no clue what it's like when it gets to that world stage level when these guys, but I am so interested to know how much work and how much dedication goes into being, a GBB finalist or a GBB semi-finalist. So I think that's something that can connect with a lot of people, because I think a lot of people are actually wondering the same thing. Is like, how do you get that good? And that's something I'm really excited to maybe delve into with some of these GBB competitors and kind of look at that road to GBB. What does that look like? What mentally, how are they preparing themselves for this massive event? Physically, how are they preparing themselves? Does that mean like healthy lifestyles, better sleep, better eating? And like, what does it mean in terms of beatboxing? How much are they beatboxing a day? So that's something I'm really keen to delve into. And GBB, I think we're just going to be there, just hanging around in the field with microphones and cameras, willing to chat and catch up with anyone that's around. It's going to be a good opportunity to, if you're just a audience member, even just to kind of feature in some of this stuff or catch up with us. And these people, the beatboxers that are, on that level and they're putting music out there, but they aren't GBB competitors. They're also having this crazy time when they're over there as well. And we want them to be part of that content when we're there too. We've got lots of ideas, but they'll probably come more so into fruition as we get closer at the end of the year. But as for now, it's all about getting that application, that form, and we really want to start planning this trip more and more and more and more. So yeah, I guess there's nothing else I can really say about that, but yeah. Steve, anything else, Paponi?
I mean, GBB, obviously, it would be nice to catch some people and see what they're up to. And I feel like it would be nice episodes to do that and then be at GBB and then also after they finish their results, like have another little interview session with them to see like, hey, after seeing how you prepared, how is your life? Are you happy with your result? Really, I would love to see this fruitful kind of impact, that we can understand it as a viewer. But that's like something I don't want to just ask it from you, but I feel like it would be nice to like just, usually you just go to an interview and then you talk about it. You can get a little bit of an input, but here we could really properly understand seeing how looks a day in a life of a professional beatboxer when they're working, practicing. Now they got a result and how do they show and act as a human being? I feel like that's very interesting as well. But other than that, I feel again you guys are doing so many things. It's unbelievable. And again, it's wholesome. It's just incredible what you guys have on your plate here. And I just wish you the best of luck with the execution of everything. And yeah, reach out to all the communities. If you need my help, you can count on me, obviously, all the time if you need to know someone that I might know, but also be confident to take the applications that you have and work with that. I'm pretty sure there will be enough people that will come out. Obviously, we will go and promote everything when it's about your project in the upcoming weeks and months, so people will not miss out about it. And yeah, I'm excited for you and what you're doing. And it's cool that your trip ends in GBB in Asia, actually, and that you plan to go to Bali to the Beatland Battle. is a very nice thing as well. So I'm looking forward as well with my physical presence to like at least see you at a couple of countries. I've never been to all the countries in Europe, and to be honest, you will have seen more from the whole continent that I did. But I want to let you guys know it would be cool to see you in Switzerland. It would be cool to see you maybe in Austria and Germany for the vocal total and maybe the world champs. And then yeah, let's maybe see each other in Asia again. And obviously I hope for a long lasting good work if this project turns out to be a success and everybody is happy, you know. I see no reason why we should just stop and go back to normal lives or whatever. I feel like there's more to that, and this could be a game changer. And this is what I support because there's a lot of positivity and good visions behind that. Just the thinking of like trying to support artists at GBB and just everything down the line that you just said in that stream sounds pretty amazing to me. And if I want to see it happening first, but then yeah, you might just keep your mullets and beards, guys. It's all good.
Yeah, on that, but if you guys want us to shave our beards and mullets, we got to convince Paponi to make a rap song with us. We'll create a beatbox track.
Never.
Paponi will make a rap, and then if he does this, maybe
It was the deal with the beer. It was the deal with the beer. Because
And a rap
Steve
song.
said like he might just shave his beard in this trip. So I was like, all right, in an exchange of something, right? So everybody that is watching, just push the man, push him.
Yeah, in the comments, make Paponi tell him to make a rap.
What I think we should do is we need to set a dollar figure and maybe like 10, 15K USD. And once we reach that, we'll give it all away to charity. Steve can shave his beard. I'll shave my mullet and Paponi can do a rap. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, we can definitely organize that. If you guys really want to see that happen, we can also do a poll on Swiss Beatbox or whatever about what's the charity that we would most like this money to go to. It's just a fun thing that we can do as well. So that's a possibility. Totally. I'll shave this beard off. I've been happily growing for a long time. I'll get rid of it.
You don't want to, so you say?
No, I will. I'll do it.
Okay.
If it's for a good cause, why not?
I'm getting some odd looks in the street at the moment with this haircut, so I think it's gonna be like not a big deal if I cut it off. Maybe I'll shave my head.
I'll talk with Alex only. Sorry, Steve. You're good. You can do it on the streets, busking with beatboxers, doing another thing. All good. Yeah. No, funny things we can do during this trip. It's good to have a laugh besides all the crazy amounts of work that come together. But overall, I'm excited for you guys. What a crazy initiative that you take. Thank you for the trust as well for SBX and that you believe in what we're doing and that it's all about coming together. Share the love and spread positivity out into the world, and that is exactly what you're doing. And yeah, with that said, I feel like if there's no more further questions or comments to make on something that you want to say, we come to the end. And my last question to you guys will be really like, what really does beatbox mean to you? Like from a message from the heart, one each. Why are you doing this? Why you are here? Why is it so fascinating to you? I want to understand that.
Alex?
I was gonna say you, Steve. Go ahead, brother.
No, you, brother. I was first before.
That's a deep question. Why are we doing all this? They're two different ones. Like beatboxing is just a passion. It's like this movement that's in you that you've always got this vibration in your soul. So that's just part. I feel it's more part of me than it is something else. Why am I doing this? I just think it's just going to be amazing. I think everything about it's going to be good. I've always liked to be the person that whenever I did something, I always wanted it to be beneficial to someone else. Like my mindset is like do something good. If I want something good for myself, like it's going to have collateral positive effect on everyone else, you know. And I feel like this is such a cool trip for me. And then it's such a positive thing for everyone involved, like, you know. And it's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. I just know all of it's just this big like bundle of positivity and like and community and growth and experience and happiness. And I don't know. Like, it's just, why am I doing that? I don't know. I can't sit still. Like, I can't, I've got to be doing something interesting. I've always been keen to do something that's out of the box and strange and not normal and weird and captivating and motivating and inspiring. And I think this is where I'm supposed to be. And this is perfect for me and Steve right now. And just, I'm excited. I don't know what else to say. I think this is just an amazing opportunity for everyone, myself included. Swissbeatbox, Steve, all of the competitors, all of the audience. I don't know. I can keep going for hours. I'm not sure. Not sure what to say.
Yeah, well, I don't think you need to say much more, brother. It sounds pretty good to me. Like for me, like I mentioned a bit earlier, I found beatboxing one day. I'd seen it around, and then when I actually found, I don't really know what brought me to it, but I found it, and then I started learning sounds. And that process of initially learning a few sounds, because I was not into music at all, really. I was a music person, and I found beatboxing, and then instantly became obsessed with it. I don't know what it was, but it was mostly the feeling of making sounds. Once you see a sound and then you emulate it, or you make your own sounds that you've made since you're a kid, like a little whatever, I don't know. As soon as I started piecing them together, it almost became, beatboxing is like a meditation to me. Alex touched on a bit of meditation and mindfulness and healthiness before, and beatboxing actually gave me a segue into that sort of world, because I was researching some sort of all these different religions around the world, and what they bring to people, because I was never a religious person, and I was just finding all these things within a religion. And then when people are talking about their deep connection with God, with things around them, with and then I was finding, say, for example, when you're doing a throat bass or an inwards bass and you're practicing a lot, and you'll kind of go from higher to lower and up and down, the feeling that I was getting from beatboxing, doing these sounds, and then putting in the little fillers in between. And it became a meditation for me. And I started using beatboxes. If I ever felt like I was upset, or like something just didn't feel right, I start beatboxing, and then within a minute of just going into that zone and making beats, I found myself just feeling better. It was like a weight has been lifted. It was almost, beatbox was showing me that nothing actually matters. All these things you're worrying about, sure, they're problems you have to get over in life. But when I started beatboxing, it was like, it started to get to a point, I'm like feeling all anxious and a bit like messed up from my day. Had to work all day, and now I'm home and like I don't have time for my things. And I'm like, well, I haven't beatboxed today. Then I start beatboxing, and I'm like, wow, I feel so good now. So beatboxing to me is essentially, it's like a higher form of meditation, where, because meditation itself, it's the absent mind. You're just being chill in the moment, just being. But beatboxing, you're just being, but then you're just doing something as well, but only focusing on making these sounds. So it's something very, very special to me. And as I saw people watching me beatbox after I've been beatboxing for 2 years, obsessively learning all these things, like the way they're looking at me, they're like, what's he doing? Like, what? This is crazy. And that itself inspires me to do more, because I love to see that look on people's faces when they've never heard beatboxing before, and then they hear me making these sounds. They're like, he sounds like how is he doing that? How is he just making these noises? And to bring it, many beatboxers can attest, Alex as well. Anybody who's performed for people, you can change the energy in a room, and you can make everybody feel that meditative feeling that you feel if they really lock in with you. It's a beautiful thing to share with people. So yeah, there's a bit of a long-winded one for me, but that's what beatboxing is to me. It's like a meditation. Like it takes me to another place. It's showing us in a way like that humans can do more than what we realize. And as of now, look at the beatboxers now compared to 10 years ago. Even you can just use Swissbeatbox as an archive. Go and look at the difference of then and now. There is some outliers that are just crazy, that were crazy 12 years ago. But imagine what it's going to be like in 30 years. 30 years from now, people will just be like opening their mouths, and like a studio track will come out. It'll be some crazy stuff. So we don't even know what humans can do. So tap into that energy. Know that when you're beatboxing, you're doing things that everybody can do, but nobody focuses on it. So it's just a special feeling when you're making these sounds from your face. There you go. That's me.
So besides some good promotions and filming, it's also an input for a great impact to show humans what is possible and to believe in themselves. And
Yes.
that's also what Beatbox really is, to just show like, hey, look what you can do just by yourself. What kind of impact do you have on yourself first? Because I mean, it's self-love and self-development on one hand, but then also shining a positivity and great energy towards your surrounding and your environment. And I feel that very strongly that you guys bring this up. And I love to see this packed together in a business project. And I'm looking forward to what's going to happen. And I wish you the best of luck. We will keep supporting and promoting. I assume we might maybe make some more live streams in the future if there are some other community leaders before the project, and I know during the project, hopefully after the project as well. Other than that, I'm just very grateful. Thank you very much for this beautiful thing that you're doing. I feel very welcome in this energy. I feel very safe in this energy. I feel great. I feel like this is something I have to support, and I would not be able to do it without you guys. You know, it's anyways your idea, but like it's something that I can identify so strongly with, that I truly enjoy it, and I can feel it really like it's part of my soul as well. So much love, guys. And if you have any last words, then this is how we're gonna end the stream. Thank you everybody for listening today.
I got one more thing to say, just to double down on the importance of you messaging us. Send a message to @Crooksu or @TigerMain on Instagram, or @Crooksu Beatbox on Facebook if you don't have Instagram. And if you don't have either of these, there's a form in the description. It's a Google form which you can fill out, and you can put your WhatsApp, your email, whatever contact means necessary for you to be a part of this. So yeah, just please send us a message. We'll be sending messages to people that we're interested to do things with, but please send us messages. That's from me. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening. And I'll give it to Alex if he's got some last words.
Just the same as Steve, just the form's actually below in the description. And besides that, I just wanted to say a big, massive, massive, massive thank you to Andreas for the opportunity, the whole Swissbeatbox team, Juliana, everyone, Ray, everyone we've been working with for the last 6 months to get some stuff happening over here. And we're so grateful. And, you know, I think that beatboxing would not be the same without you, Andreas, brother. So big ups to you, you know. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, guys.
We wouldn't be doing this.
Game changer. You guys are the game changer. Good luck, guys. I appreciate the kind words. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, cheers, bro. You changed the game, brother, and we're here to use that momentum to create something new and beautiful with you. So thank you very much. Again, thank you to all the people. Thank you to the moderators in the stream from Swissbeatbox. Thank you to everybody who's helping us with the posts. And I know it can be a little bit annoying sometimes sending all these messages back and forward and not getting all the information, but we're happy that it's all working well, and we can't wait to work with all of you more. And big shout out to everybody watching, everybody that we will do work with. Thank you already for being a part. And yeah, big up one more time to Paponi, and big love to my brother Alex, because we have this connection that's been strong since we first jamming with each other. We can jam together and we create beautiful music. Like we were saying before, when you're in a group, me and Alex have been in many situations jamming with each other, just spreading an amazing energy. Just we know each other's spots where we're switching into the next parts, the breakdowns, the build-ups. So this is a beautiful energy, and thank you, brother. And I'm glad we can be doing this together on Swissbeatbox. So let's go, brother.
Go. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody. And to Scott Jackson, the coolest guy in the world, always does this one. Bye.
Later.